Alrighty, yeah, had a little bit of a technical issue there. Um, Looks like my internet connection went for a ball, but we seem to be back on track again. So let's see if it's all working, if there's anybody that's online. Yeah, okay, for those who commented on it, yes, there is an echo, and that is because I'm watching my Twitch stream to check that everything's working. Alright, we seem to be back. Nice. That was a little bit of a mess up, but we shall be fine from here. Alrighty, so let me go and stack this up a little bit and go and get this equipment. I wonder what that loading thing is there, if that has any value to us right now. Ah, lovely. You kidding. Hate it when that happens. Alright, well, let's use this to fill this trailer. Oh man, yes. Hey! Alright, awesome. Thanks, Namakwa. I appreciate the update there. And yeah, thanks, Engorged Rabbit. I'm glad you could join us again. Yeah, wasabi. Alright, so what I was trying to tell you guys a little bit earlier is I have been, upskilling myself a little bit. And you wouldn't imagine that I own an IT company, but this took me way longer than I expected, than it should have. But I have a few commands in place now. I'm going to be adding some more commands, so over time I'll get this, just the way I want it, and hopefully it's going to make life a little bit easier. But the biggest thing about today's stream is the fact that this is going to become a full-time public stream. So what that means is that every Saturday I will have a 2-hour stream that will be on a multiplayer map. It will be this map for now, but over time it will start moving towards other maps. I'll probably spend 6 to 8 weeks on this map, maybe a little bit less. In that time I'll have certain goals that I want to achieve. Like this map, the goal is to hit 10 million. Yeah, I know it sounds like an ambitious number, but if you look at the map and you play it right, this map could do 10 million in, say, about 5 seasons. And because we're going a real-time map, winters will be sped up a little bit, but that's the exception. We should see this grow pretty quickly. Okay. This thing's going to be a pain in my neck. Unfortunately, we can't do anything with this field except plow it. It's not ours. And because we don't have to do the entire field, we can kind of jumper the system a little bit. I don't think this will take 1,000 liters. Okay, let's see. Maybe it will. Come on, take 1,000, because I want to get rid of that container. Nah, ah, you are kidding. 10 liters. Nope, 10 liters it is. Alright, so we can actually keep that on. Let's go and have a look at what we're going to grow in these fields. So, looking at the yield, barley and wheat don't really make much difference, oats either, but wheat allows me to feed chickens, which is great, and the size of the field is pretty small, so I'm thinking doing wheat would probably be more valuable than doing anything else because of the knock-on. I've got huge fields that do grass, so I can do my cattle and I can do my sheep on the grass fields, no problem. I have to buy a few bales in the beginning. I actually haven't got Among Us. I haven't had any requests for it, so I'm open. I'm really open to it. It's just I don't know. If you guys want me to, I'll give it a go. I do want to diversify my streams though. I do want to look at doing other games. I do think that I'll stick with Tuesdays and Saturdays will be, Farming Simulator or Farming Simulator adjacent, like Farming Simulator League or FSAS or something like that. And then maybe Thursdays I'll change up to a different game. I've been toying with World of Warships lately. Been playing a little bit of Modern Warfare. I suck in Modern Warfare, so if you want to come and watch somebody get his arse shot off on a regular basis, then give me a heads up, and then I'll go and stream that for a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm open to it. I don't even know how much that game costs. Is it a free to play or is it a paid game? There we go. $42. Okay, well that's not even money. I suppose I'll give that a try. It looks pretty interesting. Lots of little interesting mods. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Add to cart. I was going to buy it straight away, then it's done. I'm not going to play it tonight, or not going to play it on stream tonight, but I will look at... I need a wallet. I need to be able to pay for these things. Let's see if I got a wallet anywhere nearby. No, alas. It will have to be bought another day. But I've got it. I've added it to my shopping cart. So I'll give it a go. Okay, so getting back to the game. Because of the field size, this little field over here, field 62s, all 62 and 54 is what I've got available to me. So if I put that under grain, and maybe put that under something like soybeans, where it's a little bit of a cash crop, and then go and do a mountain load of contracts and get some money in so I can handle some sheep and that kind of thing. It should be a doable plan. Okay, so let's go and put a worker into this field, or at least let me go and seed this field, or drill this field as I would put it. Not a very big field. A little bit of wheat in here. Maybe get 10 or 12,000 liters out of this field, which means I'll be able to handle my sheep. Now I don't know if this trailer I've got, okay, I don't need to cultivate or plow. That's awesome. I do want to make a point of cultivating going forward, but for now it's not going to affect us negatively. So we're just going to do wheat, and we're going to leave a worker on that. Did I get that right? Yes. I'll come back and drive that myself. This guy seems to be going strong. Righty, so a little bit of a tour of the farm. So we have got a little bit of a workshop area over here. I love the fact that it's got all these doors and everything that run through the different places. It's got a whole lot of sell points. I'm not sure what these do. They don't show anything on the map. I'm using this as storage for these pallets, so I just got to offload these pallets over here. So let's unstrap these. I love the straps, done a great job. Okay, and this one's done an even better job. Okay, so I'll come and take the telly loader and take that off. That's a bale fork that it's got there, just by the by. That's why it's battling a little bit. I've gotten myself some... Being an imposter is boss. Alright, I'll definitely give it a go. So there's my cultivator. I did get a cultivator. I've got everything I need for grass management and baling and doing silage. I just need a wrapper that I don't need yet, so I'm not going to worry about it. I've got some bale twine. I've got a bucket to load excess stuff. I can pick up square bales. This will work on round bales, but you have to pick it up on its, it's going to be lying on its side, and you can pick it up. A round baler, a windrower, and then a mower. So as I go, I want to maybe look at getting some more equipment, getting the Pottinger balers. There's the switch. Okay, so I don't know if you guys caught this, if my stream went down before it happened or not. Okay, this controls, yeah, so I can load bales into this top piece over here. Okay, so they've kind of plugged this in all over the place. Let's go. So I can take that telly loader and I'll be able to pack stuff on the top level over here without a problem. Oh man, I love all the detail. Oh, I can actually drive up here. Oh, that's even better. So I can pack my pallets, my bales on top here without a hassle. And then it's a little bit protected from the weather. The trick is with seasons, bales perish very quickly. They rot. Grass bales, that is. Your other bales perish as well, but they tend to be a little bit less vigorous when it comes to them, rotting and, no longer being useful. Okay, so this fence won't go away. Okay, this is the pasture for the cattle. Alright, so that can't be changed. Okay, is what it is. Alright, sweet. So this field will be done soon. That field is going. That is worth 5,000 to us. It's probably going to cost us about 4,000 to have run that machine up and down there, but it's just for churning money. You can see there aren't great contracts. There's lots of plowing and cultivating at this time, some transport. The rest of it is just it's just low value stuff. Harvesting and fertilizing and stuff is only going to come a little bit later. That's unfortunately the trick with seasons. What I do want though is this sawmill over here. There's lots of money to be made with the sawmill. Alright, so let's go and have a look what we can do with this fella. And 10 liters. Hey, it's gonna be well done. It's required a little bit of creative engineering to make that happen. Okay, so there's solid fertilizer. I do have the IT runner pack on this map where I can, at a cost of $55,000, go and buy the IT runner for silos. Yeah, Farming Simulator mechanics. Listen, if you want a real life physics, just look at Farming Simulator. It's as true as it gets, man. Anybody who doubts Farming Simulator physics obviously doesn't know what happens in the real world. But in any case, I digress. Yeah, so I've got the IT Runner pack for silos installed on this map, and unfortunately it's pretty pricey, but looking at 55,000 to buy the actual IT Runner trailer, and then another 76,000 to buy the silo with the solid fert in it. But the big benefit there is once you bought it, you bought it. It is a preset amount, but you get it at a discounted price. So I think you get, I'll stand corrected. So if you're going to look by solid fert per 1,000 liters is $1,920. If I go and I gotta remember how this works. I had it a minute ago. It's not miscellaneous. Now I'm really losing my mind. Okay, let's just go to the IT Runner. Go to IT Runner, and it's not here either. I battle to find this every single time I do this. So it is a part of a vehicle. It is not animals. It is not forestry. Damn, this is really pathetic that I keep on battling with this every time I do this. Okay, so that's pathetic. What the hell? Ah, auger wagons. It's an obscure place to put it. It is an auger on there, so technically I suppose it makes sense. So I can buy an empty silo that can take anything and just put it down for 10,000. Gives me 35,000 liters. Now, by that same logic, 35,000 liters of fertilizer, solid fertilizer, should cost me 1,920 at 35,000 liters, should be under 70 grand if I'm not mistaken. 35 times 2 is 70, so 69, 68 grand, somewhere 68.5. So it actually cost me $8,000 or $9,000 more to use this silo, and then it cost me $55,000 to buy the trailer that can actually move that silo around. So it doesn't really make a hell of a lot of sense. It would be cheaper to buy this silo over here and then put solid fert into it, because this is reusable. That silo disappears after you've used it. Then the 10,000 is just for putting down a container. Now if you had to go and put down a silo, you're looking at 180,000 or 110,000 to do something similar. So it doesn't make sense to do it. It's kind of stupid actually. I thought it was a good deal, but now that I've looked at the numbers, it doesn't make any sense at all. Gravity is relative, my friend. You know, you guys with your high expectations that, you know, life has to be real. I thought you guys played games to escape all that kind of thing. Now you're telling me that gravity is something you want to consider in your life. Gorged rabbit, you know, you need help, my friend. Lots of it. Oh, there's a workshop. Didn't even notice that. Man, the detail they put into this map is impressive. The farm I had previously didn't have all of these bits in, so I missed all of that. See how good my reversing skills are. Just because I do it doesn't mean everybody needs to do it, okay? Just, you know, don't be so judgmental, man. let's go. Let's go chop a tree. So I said I was going to try not to cheat, and I'm pretty serious about that. But I'm not going to drive all the way across the map to come pick up one piece of equipment that costs like $7 grand. And there it is. Okay, let's take this guy out. Let's see if it'll allow me to hook it. Go park it in the shed. No, I don't think that's going to allow unattach. Nah. Alright, that's a pity. I'll come with the tractor later and pick it up. So while the fields are in their early stages, we can drive over there quite happily, but when we get to the point that the fields start growing and they go through into their second growth phase, if you drive over it, you destroy the fields. Simple as that. Okay, so we're going to load that trailer up with one load of wood. That's the game plan. Okay, a couple of tricks about cutting trees. If you cut from right to left, the tree will fall from right to left. If you cut at an angle, gravity takes a little bit more of an active role. Okay. Wow, this could take a while. We might want to move that trailer as well. So this bale grab is actually a handy little trick I was taught on this map not so long ago. It's much more effective at picking up trees than the actual fork is. I just got to remember how this all works. Aha. So if we look at the length of that, I should be able to cut it about here. My precision measurement. Let's see how close I was. No, way out. But it's okay. It can drop between the... Will it drop? No, it will not. It will. Okay, cool. No, it won't. Okay, good to know. So the machine is more than powerful enough to pick it up, but the trailer is not as well designed as you'd like it to be. Let's talk about physics again there, Mr. Engorged Rabbit. Come on. There we go. Oh, let's cheat in this one. Nope. I don't need to put a lot of trees in here. If I can get 5 or 6 trees in on a single load, that'll be more than adequate for the goal I want to achieve. So I'm not going to worry about too much about packing this too neatly. As long as we can make it to the sawmill without everything falling off, it's all that I care about. So, Engorged Rabbit, tell me, are you going to join us for the tournament on the 24th of October? Let me just make sure that I am catching everybody. I'm watching the Twitch stream again and not paying attention to the multi-stream. Let's have a look. Just checking actually. Sorry. Yeah, look, we'll make a plan for the gear. Let me just check something quickly. Sorry, guys. Alright. This is gonna be pretty nasty. That'll do, as long as we don't try and take any sharp corners. Besides, that'll chop off nicely. The stupid function of this is if you don't own the land and the tree is over the land, even if it's your tree, you can't cut it. So, and you can't attach those connectors because it only has 2 connectors and this has 1, 2, 3, 4 hanging there. So this trailer drives with its brakes on, which is just as frustrating. Let's see how far. Okay, that is, I feel, just inside there. Okay, that's good. So let's do this. Then we can chop off that branch. Now you're asking a question. A movie where people die in stupid ways. Final Destination, maybe? You're trying to make some kind of... yeah. Yeah, that sounds like something your brother would say. Okay. I wouldn't want to be responsible for anybody's untimely death. How the hell did it turn in mid-air? Okay, let's try this again. This is a bit of a tedious operation, and it still did it to me, but at least this time it didn't blow it out completely. There we go. Okay, that'll do. Let's go and chop another tree. This time, we'll be smart about it. We'll chop the tree into the open field, and then lift it, take it to the trailer, branches off over here. See, there's another interesting bit of farming simulator engineering. So, if I don't have access to chop this tree, look here, I don't get a marker to chop that tree. But because I started cutting it from where I did have access, it allowed me to cut it until the point where it decided, wait a minute, this doesn't seem right, and it stopped me from working. Righty. Okay, cool. So, like I said, 4 or 5 trees, and we should be fine. And then I want to just go and get my tractor that was cutting, that was plowing. That'll do. Whoopa. That seems plausible, doesn't it? Let's make it even more plausible. There we go. Let's go and chop that off the back before somebody else has a final destination moment. And if we're strong enough, we can actually pick this up. And shove it in here like this. And where's the tip? Ah, there we go. Doesn't like all of this happening at the same time. There we go. That seems to be a working idea. Let's do 2 more trees like that. Go sell them all. And by that time, yeah, I'll stick on until 12 tonight. I want to try and get this multiplayer map off the ground. One of the guys that was actually in stream a little bit earlier, I don't know if he's still here. He was chatting earlier, Namakwa Farmer. He's actually on this map with me. He's not in the map at the moment, but he is one of the members on my server, and he is the first non-admin player to actually jump onto this map. Did a little bit of interesting things on here, so bought a farm and preset the field, but then sold everything. Took away all the tractors, took away all the money. So basically all you had was you either did contracts and made some money like that, or you had to go and loan a whole lot of money and go and try and get it off the ground. And yeah, well, I loaned a lot of money, and I've got a huge amount of debt, and that's the way I'm playing it. He's decided to take a different route where he's going to go and do contracts and make some money and then buy the stuff he needs from there. Hey Namakwa, I was hoping you were still in stream. So yeah, that's the cool thing about this, is everybody does things the way they want to do it. I mean, the way he's doing it is not wrong. The way I'm doing it is not right. It's just, that's the way I prefer it, that's the way he prefers it. And that's why, one of the reasons why I just really enjoy Farming Simulator so much, is because it's not one thing to everyone. You know, you're not the guy that kills 20 people in a match. You know, you could just churn along and be happy, or you could, kind of really go over the top and really do a lot of effort and be happy with that as well. Your choice. Just as an aside, for any South African listeners, or let's put it this way: any African listeners, so not necessarily South Africa itself, but anywhere where your internet connectivity is kind of aligned with ours. A lot of our neighboring countries are like that: Zimbabwe, Botswana, Namibia, whatnot. Um, we have now got our own game servers. This is one of them. We've got a silage server. We've got a farming simulator league server. We've got this multiplayer server now. The multiplayer server will stay online probably for 6 to 8 weeks at a time, depending when the players who are on the map decide to quit it. The silage map is based on Felsbrunn, I think it is. Actually, I can tell you now exactly what it's based on. I'm pretty certain it's Felsbrunn. I had this discussion earlier tonight, and I've just now hit a blank. It is on Ravenport. It's on Ravenport. Okay, so it's based on Ravenport. Basically, it is a silage and it's not just a silage server. It is silage and grain, done that way specifically so that you could kind of jump in and play the map any which way you wanted to play it. It is a multiplayer map, but it is not a farm specific map. So basically it is anybody can jump in, play a game, drive around, do a little bit of yeah, thanks to Macro. I seem to have just barely beaten you to it. It's that latency in game that gives me the advantage. Yeah, so anybody can jump in and play as long as you have the base game. There are no mods. There's nothing in it except the base map, done specifically that way so that anybody can jump in and play. You don't need a password. You don't need anything. You basically need base game and you're up and running. It's a good place to learn how to play the multiplayer, because there are a few nuances to it. There's a few things you have to learn, and that's not going to fall nicely. It also gives me a chance to learn. Mr. Richards, how you doing, man? I hope you're well. Yeah, it gives everybody a chance to learn the maps, and if it wasn't for the connectivity kind of hassle that we have, I would have stuck with the guys I was with. It used to be MGN, and it's now something Pastures. I can't remember the name offhand. Still an admin for them, but unfortunately I'm trying to cater for the South African market a little bit more, so their servers are based in the UK, so the problems we have with the German servers or the American servers is pretty much exactly the same for them. So I've decided to put a little bit of money in on this side, and we now have 3 of our own servers. And if anybody's interested in becoming a mod on those servers, you are more than welcome to apply. Riverside Pastures, thanks man, appreciate it. I'm really just hitting blanks tonight. I'm not really... I should just make you guys all moderators and let you do everything. I'll just be the pretty face. Stop laughing, Kieran. Okay, is this going to allow me to pick it up? Yeah, cool. But it's not going to allow me to put it up there because it's just too heavy. Too heavy. Okay. Here we go. That's why we have this machine. I wasn't sure if you heard that one. So, I've been toying with the idea of having some jokes and stuff on the stream and on my radio channel. And I've kind of decided against it. but I am going to do a little bit of, this funny thing happened to me. So, one of the guys that works for me, he's really, really nice guy, but he's like half my age. Him and I go out to a client the one day, and we're checking out things, and we're standing outside with the client, some of this client's staff, and one of the ladies pops up and asks, how is it that, the dad's so ugly and, the son's so good looking? And she's referring to me and my staff member. She thought he was my son. And, well, yeah. Since then, it hasn't gotten any better. The same woman walks up to him about 2 weeks later, and she goes, "Oh my God, you're beautiful," in front of a shop full of people. And yeah, I've got an interesting client base. I want to see if my followers are as interesting as my professional life people that I deal with. Okay, this is really bad thing to pick up. And then it's stuck under the tire as well. Okay. Yeah, Engorged Rabbit, just chill the hell out, man. You'll be fine. Don't tell your brother. Okay, so I think I'm having a little bit of a problem with my mouse. Maybe it's my mouse pad, but left to right movements aren't as clean as they should be. Alrighty, so sweet. There we have completely incorrectly used trailer with a whole lot of timber on it. Maybe that'll give us 20 grand or so. Make life look a little bit better. I'm not gonna cut that off. Let's see if Qin drives up behind me and spears an eye out. Alright, so that does not connect, so this load is not that heavy. I'm just literally pulling a trailer that has the handbrake up. So turning is really difficult. Turning is really difficult. It's all shaky and jumpy and jerky. We'll just swap vehicles over here. Yeah, might change your way of thinking there, if you had to run into the back of that. Okay, let's just get this boy sorted out. Plant the last little bit over here. And then take the trailer, sell some wood, and then go and plow the field on the other side, and then hopefully my plow will be done by then. Let's see if this is working. Okay, that's cool. There we go. So this is why you always do headlands first before you put a tractor in with a worker. In real life and in game. Gotta get used to the idea of having to jump out and disconnect. I'm used to just driving up. You ready? Yeah. There's kids around, man. You can't go say stuff like that about Frozen. You know, you're gonna give little girls nightmares. Oh wait. Just checking, are we referring to you there? Let's see if I can hook this machine. I'm pretty sure I can't. It's worth a check, then at least I can take it back. Nope. Oh well. You can stay there. Fortunately, it's not a long drive. I can just take it all back. So it's like a reverse lights, there's the hydraulics, and there's something else at the bottom there. Maybe some form of hydraulics. Maybe the brake hydraulics. See this now, it's still jerky, but this trailer's not made to carry wood, that's why it's a little bit funky. But look at the speed already. I'm already doing 28, whereas that other machine wouldn't go past about 12 or 14. So I know I ask this question a lot, but after all, this stream is here for you guys. It's for your entertainment. It's not for my entertainment. If I'm not making you happy, then it's kind of pointless. So I'm curious. What would you like to see? You know, your feedback is always welcome. What would you add? What would you take away? Yeah. Yeah, Engorged Rabbit, don't worry about it. We'll get Elsa to take care of that for you. So there's a sawmill over there. Remembering the pricing from this, 20 grand is a little bit optimistic. I would say that this should give us about ASMR. You're gonna have to explain. That's cool, but I want to know why I'm gonna, you know, have to beat you or attack you or. Okay, I don't know if I'm looking at the wrong thing, but ASMR actually seems to be something fairly autonomous sensory meridian response. Okay, you can explain it to me one day. Oh, yeah, okay. Alright, I'll make sure there's no crunchy noises in the background. Alright, it opens itself. Nice. Somebody's got to do something for me every now and then. So, let's see how accurate that is. 2,721. I mean, he thinks it's not very accurate. Come to think of it, No, not tonight. Normally I do. Normally I have something in the background. Crisps are popular for that. 20 grand. I was only expecting about 12. Well, it turned out to be not too bad. Okay, so I'm not going to do that too often because that is boring as heck. But it does put us in a position that we have a little bit of cash available and we've got a way of making some money. I think, let me just check. I'm going to just cop a view here by Namakwa's place. He's got a few trees. Got those trees over there. Don't know what all is his. Oh no, I'm all the way across. Man, you've got pretty much nothing. See all those trees over there, you can go and chop down and sell. If you look at the pricing I've got now, that's 20 grand. Yeah, so I can see probably about 40 trees that you can chop down. So, Namakwa, if you're still listening, there's a way of, other than contracts, to make some bucks. For a full trailer like I've got, 20,000, that definitely does not hurt. Makes it a little bit easier to get around. It's one of the reasons why we're not allowing replanting on this map. If you chop a tree down, you have to take the tree down and get rid of the stump, but then not replace it with another tree. So Mr. Richards, to be accurate, I am actually eating licorice all sorts. They shouldn't make any sound because, well, they don't require any chewing. Okay, let's just jump into our stream again. So the giveaway command does work. Should work. Come on now. There we go. So the giveaway command does work. And we have an uptime command now as well. And yeah, it does help. It does get that little bit of a boost. So I just want to check something quickly. Let's go. There we go. You've been following for 1 month and 1 week. Welcome. Learning new tricks with this all the time. What bothers me in Gorged Rabbit is the fact that you're in Gorged Rabbit 03. Does that mean there were 2 Engorged Rabbits before you? Is this like a family thing? And then that leads to the next question. Yeah, this is a PG channel. Let's not ask that question. Let's behave. So there's my other field over there. Still got to come plow that. And I have literally got hundreds of trees available to cut if I so choose. So I've got that whole section over there. And then that over there is not exactly an expensive piece of land to buy. So there's like 2 main areas. The one I've got here and that one over there, and then there's a few smaller ones that are good. Yeah, PG channel. Yeah, it was 2 weeks. It's close, I suppose. I've only been, streaming full time for about 2.5 months now. that I've actually had a schedule, that I've been regularly doing streams, and having a something that dates and times and everything that I need to stick to. Before that, I'd just jump on whenever. If I saw an opportunity, I'd do it, and I'd stream for a bit. Um, and just the reality of it is, if you want to make a serious go of it and actually, get somewhere with the streaming, you can't do it that way. You have to be consistent. You have to. 8 o'clock's my time slot. So, like, and anybody who follows me regularly will know that I've got the radio Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday, and then I stream on Twitch after that. And I don't stream on the hour. I'll stream 5 minutes past. Like tonight, I started a little bit later because I was just helping my wife with our daughter who was being a naughty little rat. Yeah, for Engorged Rabbit's sake, it was the littlest of the two, i.e., the naughtiest of the two. Your favorite, if I'm not mistaken. You're not allowed to actually saying she is, because when they're little, you're not allowed having favorites. It's not fair. Sorry, I am a radio station moderator as well, so I just had to give some feedback to one of the guys who was asking for something that he couldn't have. Alright, so Mr. Richards, I got to set a little bit of context here. Little rat is a little bit of a term of endearment in our house. We have a ferret, and his name is Rascal, and he lives up to his name. He's he's a bit of a rascal, but I've gotten to the point where Rascal is a much too nice a name to give him, so I've taken to calling him Raticus, and Raticus has earned his name. He will destroy. If there's Now, I've got a 3-year-old daughter and I've got a 5-year-old daughter, and the 3-year-old's still in nappies. She's just turned 3. So the little 3-year-old she's still in nappies, and she kind of runs around and does whatever. And the funniest part of it is that Raticus has an affinity for nappies. Brand new, used, doesn't really matter. It's a nappy. He doesn't care, and he doesn't do anything with it. He just kind of steals it for the sake of stealing it. And so he will go along, steal it, and then go hide it under the bed. And we'll go and clean out underneath the beds. We make sure you can't get any dirty ones, because that would be pretty gross. But new ones he steals on a regular basis, and we will go and clear out from underneath the bed every so often, maybe once every couple of days, once a week or so. And I promise we will find sometimes upward of 20 nappies under the bed. Pretty much still in mint condition, not even unfolded. They've just been dragged in under the bed, because that's what he does. He doesn't actually do anything with them. It's just he feels it's a good fun thing for him to do. So that's his little bit of entertainment, his little bit of sport that he partakes with us. So when I call my daughter Little Rat, it's kind of in reference to him and what a pain in the neck he can be. This is looking a little bit more decent. Let's take over this job. If only real life worked this way. So what did you do today? Well, I was out in the field doing donuts, you know, playing the fields. I would say we're probably at about 65%. Let's go and have a look. 78%. Much better than I thought. Sweet. Okay, you can carry on there. Okay, so let's go. Let's see what this field looks like. So we've got field 62 that's been plowed and harvested, plowed and sowed and fertilized. So now, okay, I've got grass enabled still. It's the second level of fertilizer, so that's good. It doesn't need any plowing, that's good. It doesn't need any lime, that's good. Okay, so that field over there doesn't need plowing, so I can just go and cultivate it. And then we're going to come and plow that fella over there. That's going to be a nice tedious job. So let's go and pick up the seeder or the drill. Field 92 would be a good field to have. $361,000, $429,000. Wow. 600, 500, 350. None of these fields are very economical. So I got a nice cheap field, got a good price field there. That was only 170. The amount of work to go and chop all these trees down is just insane. And I'm not going to go and chop every tree down and go and sell it. It is a tedious job and it is not worth the effort. So let's go and have a look. Maybe we can go and buy some chickens. Sheep and cattle, probably the more important ones. Let's leave the chickens for now, and then we can get that contract done. So where are we going to put you, fella? Yeah, that's unfortunately expected. Yes, this is my multiplayer server. I got it set up this morning. That's very loud. Just give me a second. Alright, so yes, I set this up today, in fact. We intended to have it done a little bit sooner, but it's been running now for probably about 6 hours, if that much. Well, if we look at it, it started at 8 p.m. So it's a lot more than 6 hours. I don't speed up the clock on the multiplayer server, and I paused it for a while and a few restarts, so you can probably add about an hour and 20 to that. So we're looking at 1500, so 7 hours. So yeah, it's been up for about 7 hours, and my Silage multiplayer server has been up for probably about 2 hours longer than that. So you want to go and get that marketed a little bit and get that into, you know, the local communities around us here in South Africa. There isn't much. You know, you hook up with guys like Riverside Pastures, really great guys, or the old MGN guys, but the servers are overseas, and there's nothing they can do about that. That's just the way it is. It's not practical for them to put a server up in South Africa to host. So as much as you got the social aspect there, you cannot play online because of latency and whatever other reasons. So I'm hoping I can do for the South African community what we do for I can do for the South African farming simulator community, being the ambassador for Giants, what the Riverside Pastures guys do for you know, the UK and European market, you know, and there's lots of guys that are in their space. Yes, actually, Namakwa Farmer that was in chat or is in chat, he is the first non-admin player that's joined us. He is actually on our silage server as well. He did a little bit of testing for us and just told us if it was good or not. And yeah, so we do have one farm that's in use. We put together 6 farms, so we still have 4 more slots available, and I can go up to 8 slots, so I could put in 2 more farms if I needed to, but I'm trying to keep it a little bit slender. Listen, yeah, you can argue that point it doesn't really matter because I'm getting the maximum width I can get anyway. This plow can be turned upside down, so didn't really make a difference which way I pulled it. You want to have the plow facing away from the last cut. So my last cut, my right wheel will be on the line of my last cut, and the plow will pick up from there. So it should, yeah, I didn't quite take it over nicely. Let me just go a little bit. There we go. Okay, so there's the line of my last cut. So that furrow, that's where you stick it into, and that's where you go. If you want to join us, you're welcome to. It is available to anybody from anywhere. We don't have any limitations, but the same issues we're facing playing overseas, players from overseas will face when playing on our servers, so just be aware of that. But like I said, if you want to join us, you are more than welcome. So I kind of have everything stacked here. Let's just take us around the corner. Can go next to where that trailer originally was. Alrighty, cool. So, let's look at the time. An hour 10, coming up on close to 2 hours on the stream. It'll be 2 hours and about 25 minutes. So it's about an hour and a half that I've been on stream. I'm thinking what I'm going to do is just carry on with what I've got. This shouldn't take too much longer. It's starting to already getting a little bit laggy. So this fellow over here can carry on doing what he's doing. I'm not going to worry about those little pieces over there, as long as I plow the whole field. Overlap over here could be a bit better. So I reckon by the time I hit midnight, I should have enough of that field done that that contract will be done. Let's see if it's worthwhile taking out any other contracts. One thing I would like to see in this is the ability to take multiple contracts. So you could take a plying contract. You could take like 3 plying contracts, for example, and you know you can have them back to back. But then again, it would be pretty unfair to other players. So, let me show you what I have in mind. Potato washer, potato sorter, these 2 pieces of equipment. Let me show you what it does. Okay, so this potatoes, $349 a ton. You'll notice there's no value to grass, straw, or hay. You can't sell it. It just disappears. Washed potatoes, $4.76. So that was $3.49 to $4.76, right? Premium potatoes, those are washed and sorted, goes to $8.10, more than double. Might get a farm, or might be too much having school and trying to get a farm on another server. Yeah, listen, if you join us, you're welcome to join us. If you stick around for a while, you know, it's a pretty relaxed server. So if you take a farm and you can't carry on with it, well, then we just sell it up and reset it. It's all good. All right, Mr. Richards, good night. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate you popping in. Hit me up if you do want to take one of those farms. Just give me drop me a message on Discord, and I'll just make sure I'm on server at the same time as you. I just realized I added a redundant mod. These extra bales where you can bale the straw and that kind of thing, those bales don't sell when you have seasons enabled, so it's a wasted mod. I'll take it off. $89%. Okay, so what are we going to do on our farm? Can cultivate and seed that field? Yeah. Nice thing about this is we can take both pieces of equipment there at the same time, unhook the one, do the job, and hook the other one. We just need to top up our seed. Wow, that's a tight fit. Yeah, I'm sure that's not technically possible, but hey, who am I to argue with simulator physics? Come on. This thing's just too wide for my really accurate driving. Okay, there we go. Wheat. We're not going to go with wheat there. What did we say we're going to do? Let's see what we have available. Wheat. Barley, oats, canola, soybeans, oilseed radish, grass. Soybeans make good money. I can't use anything else on that field for any of my animals, so it's not like I can, with the planter I've got, I can't go and plant something that can be of value. I have got more than enough grass fields available, and I know I've been threatening to mow them, but I'm wondering if it's actually worth it, because they might actually be okay. We'll just take a chance on the yield. Yeah, really accurate driving. I was, giving myself a little bit of a rap on the knuckles there for not being able to reverse properly. And I can't even blame latency. My ping has been floating around the low 20s the whole time. So I know I can, I can take responsibility for when I mess up. I'm not always the guy that's going to go blame the tools. I do know the story about this guy. They went and did some networking for an IT company once. And so the job this guy had to do was to go and mark the cables to say it was cable 1 or cable 2 or cable 3 or cable 4. And somehow he got the maths wrong. And instead of marking cable 1, 2, 3, so 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, he went and marked the cables 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. I don't know, chat, you guys know anybody who would have done something like that? You gotta know that when you mess up, especially around us, it's gonna stay. It's gonna be something that you will remember, mostly involuntarily, for a long time to come. I will remember the next time I ask somebody to mark cables for me, that I define whether I want it in, metric system or imperial or, Roman numerals. Okay, you go cultivator. And how are you looking, son? 93. So am I? No, I'm not gonna make it. When we start the farm streams, we will invite you to come and be our guinea pig. I mean, be the guy that hunts down the chickens, so we can, have a nice roast meal. Okay, guys, I'm going to call this a night. I think that I'm going to go and find one of the very capable streamers that are online at the moment. Maybe Martin ML Gaming is online. We'll see who's there. Sorry guys, just checking something out quickly. Yeah, I have found that as well. Start on the shortest side and work your way across, and that tends to work a little bit better. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so what I was looking at was, let's see who's awake and working. Namakwa, thanks dude. Have a great one. Glad you could join us. Let me see if I can't jump into someone else's stream. Virtual Farmer is still up and around. Unless you guys want to try something different. Puma Plow is there. Maybe a little bit of Escape from Tarkov. A little bit of a different spin on things. Let's go and follow Landmark. He's pretty good. He's fortunately one of the more PG guys. Yeah, Engorged Rabbit, all good. Thanks, mate. You know what? Let's rather go with the guys that have value to us in the long run. Let's go and raid Virtual Farmer. Cool, guys. Thank you very much. You guys have a great weekend. I will catch you on Tuesday again. Let's see. There we go.
2001, thank you for the follow. We are going to go over and see Weatherman. So please join the raid. Oh, you're kidding me! Weatherman, I was about to raid you and you've raided me. I've never had that happen. I have never had that happen. Oh, right, we better find somebody else to raid. Thank you, Galcom Gamer, for gifting 3 months of Tier 1 to Weatherman. Oh, man, the timing on that. Oh, right, let's see who else. We might have to go and raid Puma then. Oh, that is absolutely hilarious. Let's go raid Puma and see if see what Puma thinks. Oh. Back. Right, here we go. Right. I will see you tomorrow night. This is mad. Engorged Rabbit 03, thank you for the follow, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.